Determine the amount of tax input tax credit ITC available to Messrs M Limited manufacturer in respect of the following items of goods and services procured by it in the month of May 2019. So this is a example of ITC. Different types of transactions are given, and from this transaction we have to identify whether ITC input tax credit is availed by can be available to Messrs M Limited or not, and we have to say whether it is blocked under section 17 subsection 5 or it is allowed under section 16. So one by one. First one, GST advisory service, amount rupees 10,000. So MS and Messrs M Limited availed GST advisory service of 10,000 and it is for business purpose. So this kind of service is allowed. ITC on GST advisory services is allowed because we have to set every condition of section 16 is satisfied. It is for the business purpose and it is not blocked under section 17 subsection 5. It is not for personal purpose. So we can say that GST advisory service ITC on 10,000, that is GST amount in Indian rupees. So this is 10,000 is GST amount. So ITC of 10,000 is allowed. Now next one, catering service on the celebration of annual day of the entity. So here catering service on celebration of annual day of entity, that is totally blocked. Why it is blocked? Because annual day celebrated in the entity and it is not under a statutory obligation that employer has to provide any kind of such facility or annual day celebration. So that is why whatever GST paid on this type of transaction, it is totally blocked. Catering service on the celebration of annual day of the entity 25,000 is blocked. Next one, works contracts service for construction of factory building 2,50,000 GST paid. So here also it is works contract, it is not allowed because in works contract whenever you are building any factory building or any office admin building, all such kind of expenses are disallowed. Whatever GST paid, it is not allowed. I explain you in whenever when I taught you section 17 subsection 5. That means if you are a building or if you are giving works contract for establishing or for fixing a plant and machinery in the factory, then it is allowed. But for all other purposes, say for example works contract for establishment of tower outside the factory, pipeline outside the factory, these all types of works contract is totally blocked. Works contract from subcontractor to main contractor, then it is allowed. But if main contractor is providing any works contract service to the client, then it is disallowed. So this is about works contract service. Fourth one, cement used for construction of admin office. So here also it is blocked because cement is used for construction of admin office. So that is why admin office, whenever you are building admin office, that is totally blocked. So here LTC is blocked. Honda City car purchased for officer of the company for office use. So it is a motor vehicle and here capacity of the car is not mentioned, but it is a Honda City car. It must have capacity less than 13 passenger. So what is the condition for section 17? Motor vehicle, if it is having capacity less than 13 passenger, then it is totally blocked and it is even though it is used for office purpose. So 75,000 GST amount paid on purchase of Honda City car is not allowed because capacity of that car is less than 13 passenger. even though it is used for office use. Now next one, purchase of packing material 70,000 GST paid. So it is allowed. Why? Because packing material is for the business purpose. You will use this packing material for providing output supply. So section 16 condition, all conditions of section 16 here satisfied. So that is why purchase of packing material 70,000 GST paid on it is totally allowed. Next one, food and beverages purchased for employees during office hour 10,000. So here also nothing is said about food and beverages, whether it is provided under statutory obligation or not statutory obligation. So if it is provided during office hour, even though it is during the office hour, but it is not provided under a statutory obligation, so that is why it is totally blocked. I had given you one example that employer has given a party, pizza party to its employee for achieving the targets. Then this type of celebration, whatever expenses, whatever GST paid on this type of expenses is not allowed because it doesn't comes under the statutory obligation. But if employer provides canteen facility to its employee, to company's employee under a statutory obligation, then these expenses are totally allowed. Input used for manufacture of final products which are supplied as a free sample 25,000. So here it is a very tricky thing. If input used for manufacture of final product which are supplied as a taxable supply, then ITC is allowed. But as it is distributed as a free sample, then whatever GST paid at the time of input, it is totally disallowed under section 17 subsection 5. Because if goods are distributed as a free sample, if goods are stolen, if goods are destroyed, then this benefit is not allowed. Whatever GST paid at the time of inputs of those product to manufacture a final product, then it is not allowed. ITC paid on inputs used for manufacture of final product which are supplied as a free sample, then ITC is totally blocked. But if it is supplied as a taxable supply, then ITC is allowed. Next one, steel and iron material used for construction of factory site. So here also steel and iron material used for construction of factory site, immobile property 1,10,000. So it is not allowed except plant and machinery. Any expenses incurred to build any immobile property and whatever GST paid on it, that is totally disallowed under section 17 subsection 5. Computer purchase for office use. The company has not claimed depreciation on GST amount under the Income Tax Act 1961 60,000. Here also you have to remember two things. If computers are purchased for office use, and if company claims the depreciation, then what is the situation? If company has not claimed the depreciation, then what is the situation? If company has not claimed the depreciation, then credit of 60,000 is available. But if company has claimed the depreciation on GST amount, value plus tax amount, then credit of this 60,000 is not available. We have already discussed this point in one of the slide discussed earlier. So that is why you should be very clear. You have to read very carefully whether company has claimed the depreciation or whether company has not claimed the depreciation. If company has claimed the depreciation, then on tax amount, then GST is not allowed. Input tax credit on GST amount is not allowed. But if company has not claimed the depreciation on GST amount, under the Income Tax Act 1961, then GST amount is allowed. So you have to be very careful about for the reading whether company has claimed the depreciation or not. If company has not claimed the depreciation, GST allowed. If company has claimed the depreciation, then GST not allowed. Next one, banking service for business purpose. So it is also for the business purpose, and whatever business banking service you have availed, all the conditions of section 16 satisfied here. So that is why ITC of 40,000 is allowed. Manpower supply of service, it is also allowed because you are using that manpower supply for the business purpose. So 20,000 ITC is allowed. Next one, raw material purchase for manufacture of final product. It is also allowed because you have purchased the raw material to produce final product 2 lakh. So that is why uh, ITC of rupees 2 lakh is allowed. Telephone mobile service telecommunication 1,50,000 GST amount, that is also allowed here because it is telephone or mobile service. Obviously it will be going to use for the business purpose, but same if it is used for the personal purpose, then it is disallowed. Then purchase of 5 trucks for transportation of own raw material, that means it is allowed because you are using trucks for the transportation of goods. So if trucks are used for the transportation of goods, then it is allowed. In motor, if you are purchasing any motor vehicle, you have to be very careful for deciding whether ITC is allowed or not. If any motor vehicle having seating capacity more than 13 passenger, then ITC is allowed. If it is used for transportation of goods, if it is used for transportation of passenger, then ITC is allowed. Say for example, if car is purchased having capacity less than 13 passenger, but it is going to be used for transportation of passenger. If it is going to be used for providing skill, how to drive the car, that is motor training vehicle, then in that case ITC is allowed. Then in that case you don't have to see the capacity of the passenger, whether it is 13 or more. But if it is used for transportation of passenger, if it is used for providing motor training skill, then it is allowed. So this is about the ITC, whether allowed or not.